Reality Video's newest star, Good Survey vs. Bad Survey, by Ellie, Britt, Grace Butler, Renae Garcia, Michaela Carpenter, Trevor and Abby Sirrine. For our project, we had learning outcome number 8, which says identify categorically good or bad surveys and explain the reasons they are so categorized. Definitions and types. A survey is a research method used for collecting data from a predefined group of respondents to gain information and insights on various topics of interest. In statistics, we typically use 3 types of surveys to obtain information. Those are online surveys, telephone surveys, and personal interview surveys. Characteristics of good surveys. Good surveys consist of a representative sample, meaning the respondents are chosen according to randomness and are not targeted on a specific population. Effective questions are asked. Questions are comprehensible, not redundant, and measure what is intended to measure, and consist of a small margin of error and high confidence interval percentage, which would be 95 to 99%. Now, characteristics of bad surveys. Bad surveys have a notable source of non-sampling error, which can include the following. Non-response error occurs when sampling units selected for a sample are not interviewed. Sampling units typically do not respond because they are unavailable or unwilling to do so. Coverage error, which occurs when there is not a one-to-one correspondence between the target population and the sampling frame from which the sample is drawn. Poor or biased questionnaire design. Ineffective questions lead to lower response rates, question skipping or misunderstanding, response substitution, and inaccurate responses. Lastly, data collection or processing error, wrong information on the source document, transcript errors, data input errors, or inability to read or collect data from the source document provided. Good survey examples. Multiple choice questions directly impacts the student. The survey is given to student athletes. The questions are asked related to the effectiveness of student-athlete resources. The questions are multiple choice and easy to respond. Question directly affects the population asked. Bad survey examples include student-athlete surveys, ones with many questions, confusing questions and answer choices, and may lead to more non-responses or wrong answers on questions. How to avoid a bad survey. 1. Be clear and concise with your vocabulary choice, so know your audience and form the questions to how they would answer. 2. Avoid leading questions. So avoid, for example, how great was your experience at our restaurant? But rather phrase it as, how would you describe your dining experience? 3. Do not assume your audience acquires a characteristic. All people have different lifestyles. Asking questions that conclude the audience covers a certain characteristic will make the people give false information. And 4, be sure to eliminate double negatives. In conclusion, it is important to form categorically good surveys in order to accurately represent the population. The questions included in these surveys should consist of effective questions, thus avoiding non-sampling error.